Hey, I'm Tashi, and welcome to my home. I did it again. I think I have a serious problem.
I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn.
Yeah, so I definitely have a problem. All of that sitting on my bed is brand new yarn that I bought from Joann's. This has really gotten out of control, but I just need to offer a slight justification for my yarn problem. It's so cheap right now. And it's never going to be this cheap again. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity for how inexpensive this yarn is. So yes, I did buy a whole bunch of new yarn. And my studio, as you can kind of somewhat see behind me, is a little bit of a disaster right now. And I feel like I'm recording these kind of vlogs like every couple of weeks because that is just my life, is just my studio gets blown to smithereens because my life is so chaotic and busy. And then I have to do a vlog where we go through my new yarn stash and reorganize my studio. So that's what we're doing in this vlog together. But first things first, we have two orders that I got over the weekend when I was at my new god baby's baptism. And she's so cute. I love her so much. So we got to pack up those orders and get those ready to ship out. So the orders that I got over the weekend were for citrus coaster crochet kits, which you can find on my website. And I got two of them ordered. So I need to put together two more because I don't have any more left. I sold out of all of the ones that I already had put together, which is amazing and awesome. Love that for myself. So all I've got to do is wind up the yarn and kind of put them together in the cute little box and all of that stuff. So it shouldn't take too long, but I figured I would just kind of, as I'm winding up the yarn, I would just kind of chat with you guys and talk about the whole studio situation and what we're gonna kind of be doing together in this vlog. So yes, I spent a couple $100s at Joann's over the weekend. And the reason why, so I was visiting my sister in Iowa because she just had a baby, and the baby's name is Chloe, and I was asked to be the godmother of Chloe, and so we had the baptism this weekend. So I had to travel to obviously see my new goddaughter, but also to be there for her christening. And it was a beautiful, wonderful time, and she is just the cutest little thing ever. I just love her so much. She's so cute. But obviously while I was there, I had to go visit their local Joann's because kind of as I travel, I've been visiting different Joann's just kind of around the country in my area. And it's just kind of fun to go to different Joann's in the wake of them closing. I mean, that part's not fun, but it's interesting to see how different the products are that each Joann's has. So this Joann's by my sister had an unreal amount of yarn, like the most yarn that I have seen at any of the Joann's that I visited within the past couple of months. So I don't know if they had like just gotten a huge shipment in or what the heck, but they literally had like shelves. I think they probably had 6 aisles, like front and back aisles, full of yarn. And then they also had boxes of yarn that were like lining like empty aisles because they just didn't have anywhere to put them or they hadn't unpacked them yet. It was absolutely unreal. So anyways, so the first day I go with my mom, and my mom is a terrible influence. Like, I was so determined to just go looking for one specific yarn that I'm looking for an upcoming crochet kit I'll be releasing, and they didn't have it, so I wasn't planning to get anything. But my mom, such a bad influence, she was like, but it's so cheap, you might as well get some, like it's so inexpensive. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, it is really cheap. It's like never gonna be this cheap again and whatever. So that first day, yes, I said that first day, I got some fun yarn to make a cardigan, which obviously I will show you all of the yarn that I got that first day. So I filled an entire reusable bag with the yarn that I bought the first day, and that yarn sitting right on top there to make a cardigan. And then, you know, I went back to my sister's house and spent the weekend with her and the family, and, you know, was just continuing to think about the massive amounts of yarn that Joann had. And there was one product in particular that I could not get off my mind because I was like, I would really like that product for an upcoming yarn lover box, which if you're new here, every month I release a yarn lover box that has different products that I've picked out and hand curated for you guys that I love, that I think you will love. And usually there's a handmade item in there from my bestie and business partner, Kelsey, as well. So I found a product that I really wanted for an upcoming yarn box. And the more that I thought about it, the more I just really wanted it. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get as many of those items as are available for the upcoming yarn lover box. And then I'll maybe just buy a little bit more yarn. Well, a little bit more yarn turned into like over $100 worth of yarn. And when it's as cheap as it is, it ended up being a lot. Okay. It ended up being a lot. But again, my justification for all of this is that I'm never going to find yarn this cheap again. And I only bought yarn that I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to make with this. So I have projects in mind for every single piece of, well, I shouldn't say that, for almost every single piece of yarn that I bought. There are a couple that I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with, but we'll get to that. I'll tell you when we unwrap it. But yes, I am fully aware that I have a problem. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you. What is happening? What is happening with this yarn? Rude. Oh, Kevin. Oh, hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. So I find it really ironic that I've been buying so much Joann's yarn when one of my goals for 2025 was to not buy any new yarn this entire year. Clearly, I did not fulfill that goal because of stupid Joann's deciding to close all of their stores. That's literally the only reason. Because it's just the deals on the yarn, if you can find it, are just way too good to pass up. That like, anyways, so that 25 goal has definitely not been fulfilled. And that's going to have to be a goal, I think, for next year when Joann's is officially closed and no longer in business. I'm also a little bit worried because honestly, I have no idea where I'm going to put all this new yarn that I bought. So this honestly might turn into like a couple day vlog where we are like reorganizing my entire studio because I have no space. Honestly, no space for any more yarn. These shelves are cram-packed full of yarn, and I don't exactly have the space to add any new shelves either. So this is gonna be real interesting to see where all of this stuff ends up. Yes, so there's that. And I have to, well, I don't have to, but I get to go get just like an early dinner / drinks with some of my girlfriends here in like half an hour. So yeah, we might not get into the yarn before I go get drinks, but we're for sure gonna get these 2 boxes packed up so I can get them shipped off, because I feel bad because they're already a little bit late on shipping since I was gone all weekend for the baptism. So gotta get these done. Well, I am gonna finish this and then probably go grab drinks with my girlfriends, and I will catch up with you guys later to unbox all of my new yarn. Hello, I have returned. I very much enjoyed hanging out with my girlfriends, but I'm honestly so unmotivated to do anything. The reason that I'm unmotivated is because my studio is a disaster. And whenever I'm surrounded by chaos, I want to shut down. So I'm filming this to hold me accountable. I'm going to give you a snapshot of what we're working with here, okay? So please don't judge my life. I know it's only been a couple weeks since I filmed one of these videos, but we have all that. Hi, Oreo. Okay, so all of that on the floor that really needs to get organized. Obviously, the bed, it's not so good. My desk is okay, but I do have this stuff from packing the orders still sitting on my desk that need to get put back where they belong. So I think we're gonna start by looking through my new yarn. So let me go grab one of those. and we'll just kind of unbox some yarn together here. Ah! Nobody panic. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. I got it. There's like no room for me to walk. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. This is gonna be fun. Here we go. We're gonna start with day one. Okay, so this was the bag from the first day that I went to Joann's. So before we start unbagging all of this, I do want to say, on my way home from hanging out with my girlfriends, I stopped at my Joann's just to see. Like, I hadn't been there in a couple weeks, so I just kind of wanted to see what was going on. It was so depressing. There's like nothing. There's nothing left. They are not getting new shipments of anything. They're literally just clearing stuff out. There was like half an aisle of yarn. So the fact that I went to a Joann's that had like aisles and aisles and aisles of yarn, I'm actually really glad that I spent all the money that I did. So going to my Joann's actually reaffirmed all of these purchases that I made. So now I don't feel as bad. So that was a little weight off my shoulders, if I'm being honest. But this is day one when I went with my mother. Here's what I got. Okay, this is the only yarn that I do not have a specific plan for. It is the Big Twist Twinkle yarn in the color white. Okay, and it does twinkle. I don't know if you can catch some of that sparkle, but it has like a subtle twinkle to it. I love their twinkle yarn because it is so subtle. And yeah, I just like, I like it. So I bought some because they had a bunch of the white. So I just bought 2 skeins of that. And then I did buy some knitting needles. I know I'm not a knitter, but I want to learn. Okay, I really want to learn. And Passionate Kelsey has a beanie pattern that I believe uses these needles. I think it uses the 8mm 16-inch. And if it doesn't, I'm sure I can find another beanie pattern that uses these. So I've been on the hunt for them. You know, they were, I don't know, like what, 40 or 50% off, something like that. So I was like, okay, I see them. Now's the perfect time to get them. So I snagged them. So I did get those. And then I did get one more skein of this Big Twist Value in the color Varsity Blue because I am currently making my dad a sweater and I have only like half a skein of this color left and I need it for the ribbing down the center and I wasn't sure that what I had was going to be enough. So thankfully they had more of this. So I did buy one extra skein just to be safe. And then here's what I did. Do you see all these colors? These beautiful, beautiful colors here? These are all for, I believe what I'm going to do with them is make a hexagon cardigan because I love the hexagon cardigans. I like the hexagon granny square cardigans. They just come together so fast and they're so fun to make. So I did go with just kind of these pink colors. So I'll pull one of each color out just to kind of show you. So here we have soft purple, medium rose, and baby pink. Okay, so these are going to be the 3 main colors of the cardigan. And then for the ribbing of the cardigan, I got the color magenta. What do we think? I kind of love it. It's very girly and feminine and I don't know. It's kind of giving me like spring summer vibes, which is what I'm going for. So I really love this color palette. Super excited to get started on this cardigan. So I got 2 skeins of each of the main colors and then just the 1 skein of this color, which I'm hoping will be enough. That was everything that I got on day one. In total, on day one, I spent, with tax, $47, which is not bad. $47.14 to be exact. So, you know, that's pretty good because I got 10 skeins of yarn and a nice pair of knitting needles by Clover. So, not too shabby. If I do say so myself. Oh, I totally lied. I also forgot that I bought these on that first day. So this is part of the $47. So these are Karen Jumbo Ombre in the color White Water. So that's these guys. So I got 4 skeins because again, I thought that this would make a really pretty hexagon granny square cardigan. So yes, so I also got these. So that's part of the 47. So actually 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 skeins of yarn. Hi babe. 14 skeins of yarn and a pair of knitting needles for $47. I mean, come on, you can't really beat that. That's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal if I do say so myself. So that was day one. And my husband just got home, so I'm gonna go say hi to him, and then we will go through day 2. Okay, said hi to the hubs. Now back to this. Day 2, right? Day 2, we did some damage. Because the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what? If you're gonna hoard yarn, now is the time to hoard yarn because it is so cheap. So I did go back and bought quite a few flavors. So here's flavor 1 that I bought. It is, again, the Karen Jumbo Ombre yarn. This one is the color Sunset. And so I did buy 4 skeins of that because, again, I thought it would make a really cute hexagon granny square cardigan. I bought my dad a Father's Day gift that he really wanted. This is it. It's a bubble blower shaped like a pig that you can wear on your wrist. Listen, I don't know. Okay, don't ask. That's just my father for you. So yes, got him that along with a couple of emergency ponchos because they were on super sale. And then the main thing that I went back for, and this is a little sneak peek for you guys. So I do these monthly yarn lover kits like I mentioned earlier. For the month of August, we haven't really planned out what we're doing, but I saw these and I knew I had to get them for the August box. So here is what I got for the August box. It's a needle minder. So it's magnetic and it also has a magnetic backing so you can magnetize it to your fabric, but then also on top of the smiley face, if you have metal needles, they will magnetize to the needle or magnetize to this as well. So it's great for holding pins, for holding metal needles. I think this is so cute. It's so cute. So I bought them out of these. There were 30 of them exactly, which is kind of wild because I usually make around 30 boxes. And so I bought all 30. So that will be one of the main things that is in the August Yarn Lover box. So make sure to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to me here on YouTube if you want updates on that. So that's everything that's in this first bag. But then we have a giant box behind me as well that we kind of need to delve into here. So let me get that. So much yarn. Like I said, I have a problem, people. I have a problem. Now, the thing about me is that I typically do not buy yarn unless I have a specific project in mind for it. So I do know exactly what I'm going to make with all of this yarn, generally speaking. Okay, so I did get 2 skeins of this Woolies Thick and Quick yarn in the color Bubblegum. Okay, so I got 2 of those. And I use this yarn to make Christmas tree wine bottle covers during the holiday season. And yes, this is not a typical Christmas tree color, but I thought it was really pretty. And so I bought them. I don't know. I only bought 2, maybe I'll make 1 Christmas tree and realize that it's not that cute. And then maybe I'll use the other one to make a hat. Who really knows? But there it is. That's what I have those for. And then I did get another set of the Karen yarn for another sweater, but for this first sweater, as like the ribbing around it, I got this color to kind of border the sweater in because I thought that matched the pink tone in the multicolored yarn pretty well. So this is the Big Twist Value in the color Watermelon. So very cute. I love that. And then for another hexagon granny square cardigan, I did get 4 skeins of, again, the Jumbo Karen Ombre in the color Blush and Blue. So yes, have 4 of those skeins here in this box. Just got to trust on that one. And then for the accent color for this sweater, I got this guy called Sky Blue, which is really pretty. I love this color blue. And this is Karen 1 pound skein, which is why it matches so perfectly because it's the same brand. So it really is that same kind of blue color that's in there. So essentially I have lots of hexagon granny square sweaters to make in the near future. Whoa! So stay tuned for all of that fun. Okay, the other thing that I got was I found these ice cream skeins, and I've seen these. They're by Lion Brand, and they're just like really pretty multi-tonal skeins of yarn. They're a 3-weight yarn, which I like using for you know, for like shirts and stuff, because the 3-weight yarn is a little more like flowy and drapey than the 4-weight yarn, which I prefer for cardigans. So I don't know, I just saw all the pretty colors and I was like, you know what, this is super soft and I really like it. So maybe I'll just get one color to make a shirt out of. So I ended up getting 3 skeins of this color, and it is, like I said, the Lion Brand ice cream yarn in the color coffee is what this one is. So just nice, like neutral kind of colors. So I think it'll make a really nice shirt. And it'll be a pretty easy project. So I'm kind of excited for that as well. The last thing that I got, and this one is kind of just a half-formed vision, if I'm being completely honest, but they had the Red Heart Granny Square yarn. And if you've followed me for any length of time, you know that I love this yarn. I love this yarn. And so I did get 2 skeins. This was like, they had this color and then they had one other color that I think is called Watermelon, but I already have that one. This is one color that I don't have, and this is called Espresso. So I got 2 skeins of the Espresso Granny Square, and my thought was to make a cardigan out of all of the granny squares. So I'm gonna make all of the granny squares, and then I'm also going to fill it in with these 2 colors that I got. So that's kind of everything that I got to go together, because I know I'm a very like loud and colorful person, and I typically make super colorful clothing pieces, but I know not everybody is, you know, enjoys the super colorful. So this is for my neutral people, and I'll probably throw black in there as well, but I already had plenty of black, so I didn't get any more black. So these other 2 colors that I got, one of them is the Big Twist Value in the color, this is just the color Toffee. The other one is actually a Red Heart yarn in the color Beige. So yeah, matches pretty darn well. So that's the plan. Yes, lots of sweater making in my future. Yeah, I got enough yarn to make 5 sweaters. Easily 5 sweaters, and then the one for the shirt, and then just a few extra skeins here and there, you know, like these guys and my twinkle yarn. So day 2, this was my receipt, okay? Can we just, that's how long my receipt was. The cashier hands it to me, and she literally goes, here's some wallpaper for you. And I just kind of started laughing because I'm like, yep, that tracks. Okay, so in total on day 2, so I got 30 of the metal needle minders. I got the pig thing for my dad, the 2 ponchos for my dad, and I got how many skeins of yarn? Okay, let me count really quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 19 skeins of yarn. Some of which are massive, like this 1-pounder, okay? So 19 skeins of yarn, the pig bubble blower, 2 ponchos, 30 needle minders, and the grand total was $162.92. Amazing. Oh my gosh, just amazing. That was what will probably be my last ever Joann yarn haul. Moment of silence for the fallen. You will be missed. But I got such a deal. And so I'm so excited about that. I think that's all that we're gonna do for today, because I really just want to go put my comfy clothes on and sit and crochet. So I'm gonna do that. We will probably catch up tomorrow to put all this away. Again, I have no idea where all of this is going to go. It honestly may just need to get organized into boxes and live on my floor for a little bit, but we will get to it at some point this summer. I am determined it will happen. So I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. You ready? Get your camera face on. Hey guys, it's tomorrow and it's like 5:30 in the evening. It has been a really busy day, like so busy, and obviously I have not yet organized my craft room, but I have been thinking a lot about it, and I think I came up with a plan. So I'm gonna quickly talk you through what the plan is. I have another like 9 cube organizer thing in my closet that's my finger. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take that cube organizer out of my closet and empty that sucker out, because honestly, I can't even get to it right now, and I kind of want the stuff that's in it to not be in it anymore. It's like just lots of random stuff. There's definitely yarn in there. Like I have a whole bin of yarn balls in that cube organizer, and some like different weights of yarn that I don't use very often, but I want to get that out of there and use that cube organizer. My thought is to put it on top of the cube organizer that I already have here. So I would like take the crates off and just double stack another cube organizer on top, and obviously like anchor it to the wall and stuff so it doesn't fall down and crush me or one of my darling animals at some point. So that's kind of what I'm thinking as of this point. And then my goal is to get everything that's on my floor into my closet, because then half of my closet will be emptied out, because really that cube organizer takes up so much space. It literally takes up half the closet and you can't really put anything else there. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a good move and free up a lot of space with all of my stuff. And this also is very exciting because my brother just called me today to tell me that he got a job here. So he is actually moving here to my town from the East Coast because he just graduated college, and I am so excited. But that means that he might be staying in here for a while because this is also our guest bedroom. So yes, that is the current plan. I am pretty confident that it's going to go well, but it's obviously going to take a lot of time to do. So I hate to say it, but you're going to have to wait till next week for part 2, because I am going to end this vlog here. And then next week will be all about me reorganizing my studio. And if you're one of my subscribers and you're like, oh, come on, that's not fair, I will say I wasn't even going to have a vlog next week. So now you're getting a vlog next week when I hadn't even planned on one. So, you know. You win some, you lose some, guys. That's all I gotta say. I don't know what else to tell you, okay? My life is chaos right now. I'm trying to get it back in order. I'm doing the best that I can. Don't yell at me. All right. Well, I think that's all that I have to say for today. So I will see you guys in the next video to reorganize the chaos that has become my life. See you next time for another crafting adventure.